Here with me now is none other than the Prince of Darkness himself, Ozzy Osbourne. And while his celebrity status has transcended that of just music, to me, he'll always be the front man of one of the most important bands to ever take the stage, Black Sabbath. Ozzy, good to see you again, my friend.
Good to see you, man.
Right on. Yeah. Now, I remember some years ago, we were all sitting at the table, and Bill Ward, your very great drummer, was all glum, talking about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We'll never be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. No one likes Black Sabbath. I'm like, oh, come on, Bill, cheer up. He's like, no. And so now that you got recognized by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, does that make you feel any which way at all?
Well, we'd be on the list, but we'd never get in. And I got so pissed off for being, we've been nominated. And first time you get all excited. Second time you go, I wonder if we get in. Third time you go, they ain't never going to get us in. Fourth time I just went, fuck off. Mm. Don't even put us in the paper. But I since then I realised that it was unfair of me to not tell them to stick it up their ass, because it's not just me; it's three other guys.
Yeah, absolutely. After, like back in the day when Sabbath was, making, the early records, I'm sure you guys got some of the most incredible bad reviews known to man.
We never ever got a good review.
Right.
And you know what? If we did, we didn't like it, because we were a people's band. We didn't. Well, yeah. Well, we didn't think some executives should say we're.
Well, you got bad reviews, but every tour sold out, and because you're the people's band. I've known, been listening to you since I was like 13. I'm 45 now, so it's been a while. So I kind of know you, but when the Osbourne show hit, all of a sudden, middle American moms know you. You're like a family item. When everyone kind of knew of you before, but now it's this. It was quite a phenomenon. I mean, and how did your life change?
TV is a completely different animal to what I'm used to, rock and roll.
Yeah.
It was just like being fired up in the air by the biggest cannon in the world. Saying what you said about middle America recognising me. I was in Boston, and this woman, this very conservative woman, stops. She goes, because there's a lot of foul language on the show, so they think they've got to talk to me like fuck this and all that. So she goes, Ozzy fucking Osbourne. I go, yeah. She says, what are you doing in Boston? I go, a show. I'm thinking she's fucking mad, I go, I'm doing a show. And she goes, a show? What kind of a show? I'm thinking, is it the fucking Twilight Zone or what? And she goes, oh, a rock and roll show. She goes, oh, you do that as well? And I go, what?
Yeah, see, that's the crossover. There's people who don't know about the music. There's a thing I wanted to ask you about, because you have firsthand knowledge. I've been to a lot of shows. I've played a lot of shows. Your shows, the audience reaction, it's a phenomenon in itself. Mm-hmm. I have never seen anything like that in my life. Usually when a band comes out and plays the first song, the crowd goes apeshit. And then they settle down and they kind of get into the thing. At your shows, they never lose that volume from the first song, where by the 10th song, you wonder if they're going to wear themselves out.
See, I have to get this feeling off the audience. It's kind of like the more they get into it, the more we get into it.
Yeah.
It's just giving them a good time. I mean, when we write a song, first of all, we write it for ourselves. And if you like it, that's a bonus. And so when you got an arena with 25,000 people who like that song, there ain't a feeling, there ain't no sex, drugs, or anything like that. When you have that buzz off the crowd, I mean, that's what keeps you going, I wouldn't have all this crap on me if people didn't buy my tickets or my albums.
Yeah.
So I don't come from a wealthy background. I was fucking odd job man, and I had a dream and it came true, and more, I mean, it's like one big show. And when I can't deliver, I am pissed, man.
Yeah. Well, that being said, do you ever see yourself slowing down? Or could you ever see, the idea of retirement? I can't see you ever doing that.
People have asked me, I've tried retirement, But one thing I've learned about if you retire, you've got to have something to retire to.
Yeah.
If you want to paint, bicycle ride, whatever, you've got to have something. Because my father retired. He said, I've always wanted to dig the garden. He dug the garden and died. You know, I mean, I think it's what keeps us going, you know. Henry, I should be dead 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I just get up and carry on, you know.
At this point, looking back after what you've been through, which has been a lot, do you consider yourself a survivor?
I think I'm living on borrowed time because, I'm either the luckiest man that walks the earth, or I've always said that when I go, it's going to be something stupid. Like I'm going to trip up and break my neck on a match on the floor or something.
I remember, in the 80s, you'd see these reports about you.
Oh,
Yeah, and you're
I'm
like,
saying,
damn, I hope he survives himself.
I was on the one tour that I'll never forget was the Motley Crue tour. I mean, every night something was going on. I remember going to New Orleans and it was mayhem, fights and everything, man, you know. And I wake up, where am I? I don't know where I am. So I'm feeling around in the dark, and there's a car. I've got to take that leak. I'll flop him out, and I'll pee up this car. And the window winds down, and this policewoman goes, when you finish shaking that thing, your ass is going to jail. So I spent the night in jail with two African-American guys eating peanut butter sandwiches and crap coffee, you know.
Oh, man. There's one of my favorite Ozzy stories. I'm not trying to, but there's the one you fell asleep in the wrong hotel room.
Oh yeah,
that's so great. I mean that's like.
But when you're touring in them Regency hideout.
Oh, I know. I get lost in the hallway. I have to.
I never would I'd have a pocket full of keys, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll get to the hotel, and it was like 15:05, and I remember the last hotel was 5:05. I got up the elevator. Went round, got 15:05, and the maid was just cleaning up. So I go in, lie on the bed, I'm KO'd. And I wake up, everything seems weird, and I'm going, what's wrong? So I pick up the phone, I go, excuse me, operator, but what time is it? She goes, 6:30. I go, okay, that sounds weird. So I phone her back, and I go, 6:30. At night or in the morning? She said in the morning, and I'm going, shit! I slept through the gig, and the band never spoke to me for about a month. And we had to go back and do it. I mean, Van Halen were touring with us.
They were opening for you,
they smashed the fucking gig up.
Oh, man. Well...
there's a million of them.
No, I know. It's legendary. Yeah, there has to be times when you just sit still for a moment and just...
Do you know the honest truth? I have a problem remembering a lot. I mean, somebody comes up to me...
Maybe that's a good thing.
All in all, I've done some stupid, bad things, and I've done some pretty okay things. But I've had a great time along the way, I mean, considering where I come from.
Yeah, yeah.
But the thing that I'm more than anything proud of, Black Sabbath wasn't a band that you got a guy from Newcastle, a guy from London, and a guy from Birmingham, and it was constructed. We were 4 local guys that I went to the same school as Tony, and we conquered the fucking world.
Yeah. Well, right on. Thanks for coming to visit me on my show.
You got to have me on. I'd love being interviewed by you.
Right on. All right, brother. See you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Coming up.